how similar we are, regardless of background, regardless of ethnicity, regardless of gender. That breaks down prejudices.
I want there to be more stories that reflect some part of my story. We need more diversity. It's just like, let's reflect the reality of the world.
To know that these individuals are going to be part of our fabric of society, life, work, the things that are important to us for years and years to come is remarkable.
I knew that I needed to give a voice to people like me who didn't have a voice, who didn't have a platform. I knew I had to pay it forward again. I honor the T. Howard Foundation for doing so much for these interns who may not ever be able to repay you, but you know they are going to pay it forward.
We cannot say enough about this organization and what you're doing, your goals, your objectives, and also all the associated media companies that are represented here this evening that aren't just talking about change, you are making change.
Welcome to the 27th Annual Diversity Awards presented by the T. Howard Foundation. Please welcome the President and CEO of the T. Howard Foundation, Joe Pamphile.
Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the T. Howard Foundation's 27th Diversity Award celebration and our first virtual event. John Lewis, the great civil rights leader, said, "If you are not hopeful and optimistic, then you just give up. You have to take that long, hard look and just believe that if you're consistent, you will succeed." Tonight, we will be talking about the power of partnerships and commitment. One of the most powerful demonstrations is our network of partnerships. Each year, over 700 industry and academic leaders gather to celebrate our collective commitment to diversity and inclusion and applaud those individuals and organizations who are out front in creating opportunities. Let's talk about opportunities. I'm proud to tell you that for 27 years, the T. Howard Foundation has provided consistent results, joining forces with leading media companies and entertainment companies and an extraordinary roster of colleges and universities, including HBCUs, state universities, and Ivy League institutions, has made it possible to connect talented, diverse students with incredible opportunities as industry interns. It's this winning combination that makes success possible. In 2019, our corporate partners provided career launching opportunities by hosting more than 150 interns from more than 70 academic institutions across the country. As president of the foundation for more than a decade, I am proud of how we have expanded our programs and services, but especially our internship program, because that is where the story begins. Now it is my pleasure to congratulate the T. Howard Foundation's intern class of 2019.
Giving an inspiring young student a foot in the door is all it takes to transform their life. Some of the foundation's interns are the first in their families to earn a college degree. Many are first in their families to enter the corporate world. For them, the T. Howard Foundation is their gateway. T. Howard Foundation connects talented interns with a mentor who can offer them invaluable professional advice and help them develop their problem-solving skills. We prepare them and train them to take on the corporate environment, prepared, equipped, and confident. They come away knowing that we are here for them, a part of their network and support system. Now they can focus on the work at hand and deliver the best possible performance.
Is it working? It certainly is. That first internship leads not only to another, but in many cases is the launching of their career. And tonight, you will hear from our alums who have walked that path. Tonight, we celebrate T. Howard Foundation's rising star and our career influencer. This year, due to COVID-19, we had to cancel our traditional internship program and orientation, but we remained committed to our mission. We shifted gears and moved forward, creating a successful THF virtual summer series. That series allowed us to provide the invaluable training, coaching that we are committed to. We didn't miss a beat. This evening, we will pay tribute to 4 deserving individuals who are highly regarded professionals in their fields. These are leaders who value diversity and inclusion within their organizations and in the industry overall. They are Io Davis of ABC Entertainment and Disney+, Dee Dee Lie of Viacom CBS, Jonathan Hargis of Charter Communications, and Jason Collins of the National Basketball Association. Tonight, each of our honorees has invited a special guest to participate in the presentations. So let the celebration begin with our first special guest for ABC Entertainment, the one and only Tracee Ellis Ross.
Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, it is such an honor to be with you, although it's virtually this evening. How wonderful to be recognizing and celebrating leaders and companies who are committed to inclusive workspaces and representation that reflects the world we live in. We all know that there is much work to be done. It's all hands on deck. So calling attention to people who walk the walk and talk the talk and celebrating all of the work that you have accomplished is an absolute treat. As a group of people who know things, who do things, and who change things, even we can't know what we don't know. This is about more than diverse images. The goal is to create inclusive and equitable workplaces that allow authentic stories and characters to emerge. That is how you change hearts and minds, foster empathy and understanding. That is how you use your power. The T. Howard Foundation exemplifies this commitment to doing more, which brings us to the reason that we are all gathered here tonight. I am proud to introduce Carrie Burke, our dinner chair this evening, and the woman of the hour, our Executive Leadership Award recipient, Io Davis. Io, you understand the unique importance of representation and advocating for inclusivity. Your dedication to seeing beyond the written role is just one of the many reasons that you deserve this recognition tonight. Now, I'm gonna let Carrie speak even more about Io, but I also wanted to just take a minute to quickly thank Carrie for hosting us this evening. Carrie is a true leader, a great listener, and an inspired creative executive. She's made emboldened decisions that have prioritized stories that celebrate underrepresented and often neglected voices. She has greenlit shows that have advanced storytelling that reflects the world we live in. Since joining ABC as president approximately 2 years ago, she has fought for Blackish to continue to be able to talk about hard, uncomfortable, and important issues. Carrie, thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this evening and for your commitment to a more diverse and inclusive ABC.
Thank you so much, Tracee, for the introduction and for the kind words. But most of all, thank you for your Emmy-nominated, groundbreaking performance as brilliant, headstrong, confident, and beautiful Dr. Bo Johnson. When I found out I had a chance to speak about Io this evening, one thing immediately came to mind as a resounding theme that I just knew I had to talk about: passion. Passion is the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about Io Davis. passion for representation, for opportunity, for standing up for the unsung voices, for giving back, for serving, and for authenticity. And just genuine passion for life. IO's passion gives us the energy at work we need and the honesty we need to hear quite often to reflect the world that we're programming to. So the first time that IO actually got to really work together and bond was when we were both appointed to a culture committee at work a few years ago. We just fell in love because we both had a passion for culture, making safe spaces, and raising people up to create opportunity. And that was just the first time I was blown away by IO and how much she cared about making this a better workplace for our employees and our actors. IO is not just a cheerleader, she's a champion. She's a champion when it comes to creating opportunities for representation and not just doing it the easy way. She's unafraid to stop a room going full speed ahead on a project to say, wait a minute, this does not feel right. Or this is just not authentic, guys. And we always listen. At times, she's a voice for the voiceless, and she's always the voice of reason. As the Executive Vice President of Talent and Casting for ABC Entertainment and Disney Plus, not only does she make sure that we have a deep and diverse representation of talent for our shows, she's also responsible for how they're portrayed. She gives opportunity to new talent and bravely raises her hand when she knows she's on to something great. And she's not only met this extraordinary cultural movement and moment and crossroad in our industry, she has led us to it. With her guidance, we're charting a new path forward to lasting, meaningful, and positive change. Not just for ABC, but for all of Walt Disney Television. Because like Tracee said, Aya walks the walk. She's known what so many of us are now fighting for, and quite frankly, a lot of us are still behind, that it's not enough to cast diversity on screen. We have to do it in our hallways. Beyond that, Aya is for me and so many others, a friend. I turn to her all the time for answers to difficult questions and things I don't know or understand, or if I want to do the right thing, but I'm not sure at all what the right thing is. She's unafraid to tell us and me when I'm wrong, and I honestly owe her a huge debt when she does. That's what I respect so much about you, Io. You're a role model in ways that reach way beyond your role. Your work as a board member for the T. Howard Foundation is just another example of how greatly you impact our industry. And we at ABC are so lucky that we've had you leading the way for so many years. Congratulations, my friend.
Let's do it.
Oh, you know I'm down.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm kind of busy right now.
Let's have some fun.
Turn it up a little louder now. Yeah.
I could get used to this.
I have, which is why I need to snag another meal ticket before my late husband's fracking money runs out.
It's okay, you can swear in front of me.
Hey, I'm feeling good today. Let Destiny show me the way. Let Destiny show me the way.
It's a boy! Yes! Now I get to finally have the son I always wanted but never got. Yes!
I got pep in my step, money in the bank.
Wow.
Living life like there's no
Eyes on the prize, baby.
Good comes to the righteous. Just want to get better.
You showed up. That's a good start.
Damn straight.
Hey, I'm feeling good today. Let Destiny show me the way. Hey, I'm feeling good today.
Women like us have been fighting our entire lives for everything.
How can I be so scared to do something I've wanted for so long?
Because things that matter are scary. You see what you want and you go after it with everything you've got. You are an inspiration. You're my inspiration.
Whoever I have to fight, I will get home and I will have my life again.
Think about what you want for your future.
Think about who you are.
This job, it's not just about the superhero crap, you know? It's about treating every member of our community like a member of our family.
I don't know who I'm supposed to be.
You have always been my strong, fearless warrior, so I know you'll get through this. You'll find a way. We all will.
How does it feel to be the most powerful person in the world?
It feels right.
Here's to you, son.
We're dancing it out.
I wake up every morning and I make America great, right?
I'm proud of you, my brother. Put your hand down, John. Of course.
And now, the recipient of the T. Howard Executive Leadership Award, Io Davis.
Thank you, Tracee, for your grace, power, and humanity. And Carrie, I feel so blessed to work with someone whose passion and bold leadership inspires me daily. I've been thinking a great deal about what I hold dear to my heart: equity and opportunity, action and inaction, and what makes a person feel seen and heard, and who's actually missing from the conversations. For more than 25 years, the T. Howard Foundation has promoted diversity and inclusion by bringing bright, young minds to the conversation. It's the relationships and programs that ignite real action by giving voice, power, and opportunity to college students and young professionals. Now, I've been at the Walt Disney Company for nearly 18 years, and I take great pride in their commitment to diversity and inclusion. They support leaders like Carrie Burke who prioritize fresh perspectives, varied experiences, and unique voices. This company empowers leaders to be bold in their thinking and gives them the freedom to create programs that directly affect change. As Carrie mentioned, we have our ABC Discovers program, a host of casting initiatives that create pipelines for underrepresented groups to be discovered, nurtured, and recognized. Now, my mom has always said, one opportunity can change the course of a person's life. As a social worker and CEO of Hannah's Foster and Adoption Agency, she has always emphasized the importance of access and opportunity. As leaders, we also need to be that access and opportunity. We need to take an active role in ensuring our teams are built in diverse and dynamic ways. Now that means creating space for individuals to come through the door, identifying non-traditional candidates, and most importantly, understanding that we may have to go the extra mile to develop and support our future leaders. I've spent my entire career advocating, fighting, and taking chances on talent in front of and behind the camera. My mission has always been to cast authentically and against stereotypes. Now there's a sign on my door, which I haven't seen lately, that says, "We are who we cast, and we cast who we are." And for me, that says it all. Nurturing individuals' growth and development is crucial. It takes a champion to see a person's potential and act upon that potential. While mentorship is essential, it's the champions and advocates that are necessary. They truly make a difference. Now, we can all be champions and we can all make a difference. And I am asking everyone to take a step back and look at your companies, look at your teams, your colleagues, and ask yourself, does this reflect what the world looks like? And if not, what am I doing to change that? Consider how you can make a difference, not only at the start of one's career, but actually throughout their entire journey. Commit to being open and transparent in your business practices at all levels, so that young minds and established minds are all continuing to grow and find purpose in their work. Now, I know our hearts are in the right place, and I know we're saying the right things, but I am asking you now, please use this as your call to action. Thank you, Joe Pamphil and the T. Howard Foundation, for your effortless work in supporting and connecting graduates and alum with their future careers. And thank you to my beautiful family who loves and supports me every single day. And I am so honored to be receiving the Executive Leadership Award this evening. Thank you.
Hi, Mommy. Congratulations for your award. I love you.
Congratulations, babe. I am so very proud of you.
Congratulations on receiving the Diversity Leadership Award. I love you and I'm so proud to be your mom.
Congratulations, Io. Your dad is very, very proud of you, to where I have to do my happy dance.
We are so excited. We're proud of you and we love you.
We love you.
The T. Howard Foundation truly found a gem
because you really stand for everything that they stand for.
You're a phenomenal woman, phenomenal leader, phenomenal sister, mother.
Congratulations, Auntie Aya. Love you.
You deserve this and so much more. Continue to soar. Your heart is bigger than the world.
My sister rocks. Congratulations, Aya.
Congratulations,
Aya. Bless you for your achievement, and we are happy that you're being recognized for it.
We're just so proud of you, and we love you so, so much. Congratulations.
Congrats. Proud of you. Keep knocking down those doors for others.
This award could not have been chosen to a more deserved, accomplished, and achieved person. Congratulations, Aya.
I am so extremely proud of you. Keep up the good work, and may God continue to bless you.
Congrats, cousin.
Congratulations. I am so happy that you're being honored for the hard work that you put in every day.
It has been said that the only impossible journey is the one you don't begin. Well done, my sister. Well done.
The world of sports has been phenomenal for opening doors and leading the conversation about diversity and inclusion onto a global stage. In particular, the National Basketball Association has amplified diverse voices and fearlessly used its platform to champion equality, not only in our country, but around the world. As we know, diversity not only includes ethnicity, but gender and orientation as well. Here with us tonight, we have the NBA special guest to present Jason Collins with the T. Howard Foundation's Diversity Advocate Award.
Hello, my name is Grant Hill, and I am honored to be part of this year's 2020 T. Howard Foundation Diversity Awards. Tonight, we will celebrate and honor the critical work of THF in increasing diversity in the media and entertainment industries and creating key career and advancement opportunities for students and young adults. We will also recognize those who hold the same values as THF and work tirelessly, especially in today's climate, to drive diversity and create opportunities for the next generation. Within the NBA family, one of these leaders is Jason Collins. As the first openly gay active player in professional sports, Jason's truth alone changed our game forever, but it did not end there. He has remained active in the NBA, helping to identify areas of opportunity to advance diversity and promoting acceptance and inclusion at every level of the game, as well as in communities across the world. And there has been one person who has been by Jason's side every step of his journey, his twin brother, Jaren Collins. As a member of the NBA family, Jaren currently works as an assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors, developing the next generation of players and teaching these same values. It is my pleasure to introduce the person who knows Jason's best, tonight's event chair for the Diversity Advocate Award, Jaren Collins.
Thank you, Grant. I too am honored to join you all and present the Diversity Advocate Award, given each year to an individual who has personally and professionally demonstrated a commitment to diversity and inclusion. A diversity advocate is someone who actively, willfully, and continuously takes a stand for creating a more diverse and inclusive society. Growing up with Jason, I've had a courtside seat to witness how he has upheld the values of diversity and inclusion and actively changed our game. His courage to come out in a highly scrutinized environment marked a monumental turning point for athletes to be their true selves and to be open about it. Jason recognized the need to celebrate our differences and the values of our game, respect, equality, and diversity, that could be used to bring people together. But as required of the diversity advocate, these efforts are continuous. As an NBA Cares ambassador, Jason inspires us all, young and old, around the world, to make our communities more inclusive. He marches with the WNBA, NBA, and hundreds of employees in the New York City Pride March and attends teams' Pride-themed LGBTQ equality games, inspiring others to embrace one another and be their true, authentic selves. Jason's legacy serves as a model of inclusivity, respect, and acceptance. And now to pay tribute to a dedicated community ambassador and diverse advocate, my twin brother, Jason Collins.
Giving it up to Collins. The drive on Yao with a hook shot for two. How about that?
Boy, the scoring machine.
Jefferson straight down the line by Jason Collins, who is left open. Shot clock down to one. Collins throws it up. Oh!
Anything we can do to help the next generation, especially when they're going through a tough time, just seeing that smile and that interaction, it means everything. We were the first of the big sports leagues to participate in the New York City Pride Parade, and now you see all of them participating. It takes that one to lead the way, and the NBA and WNBA have been doing that.
Jason Collins. By leading the way, he has inspired so many others and given them the strength to tell their story and live authentically.
I am so honored to award the T. Howard Foundation 2020 Diversity Advocate Award to my twin brother, Jason Collins. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your bravery. Thank you for all that you did.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone from T. Howard. I want to read what's in the award. T. Howard Foundation Diversity in Media, Diversity Advocate, Jason Collins. For the personal and professional demonstration of your commitment to diversity and inclusion. So thank you so much for this award. It's pretty heavy, so I'm going to set it back here. And thank you, Grant and Jaron, for your kind words, brotherhood, and continued support throughout my journey. And thank you, T. Howard Foundation. I am truly honored to be accepting this year's Diversity Advocate Award. My family always taught me to be proud of everything that makes me who I am. So as a Black gay man and as a member of the NBA family, I want to thank you for recognizing my work as an NBA Cares ambassador. I often find myself speaking with the next generation and remembering who I looked up to when I was in their shoes. Men and women who made the path easier for me. Greats including boxing legend Muhammad Ali, tennis Hall of Famers and my idols, Martina Navratilova and Billie Jean King, and some more of my idols like my NBA predecessors, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Magic Johnson, all of whom spoke out about social issues and were on the front lines for change. Sport has the power to bring people together from around the world. Values, including diversity, inclusion, acceptance, and respect, are passed down from generation to generation. I am truly proud of how the NBA and WNBA have upheld our league's values throughout history. When I came out and shared my truth, I was embraced, supported, and celebrated. Now, when I find myself in conversations with the next generation, I see it as my role to make their path in life easier. I do this by advocating for diversity and acceptance. I encourage them to support one another, be brave, and find their true voice. I am grateful that through my role as an NBA Cares ambassador, I get to visit communities around the world and encourage all to create inclusive environments. I am also thankful for organizations like T. Howard Foundation that are dedicated to increasing diversity and creating opportunities for the next generation to believe in themselves. Thank you again for this honor, and I look forward to continuing our work towards a more diverse and inclusive future. Thank you.
Congratulations and thank you, Jason, for your continued work as an NBA Cares ambassador and for your leadership in telling your own story so that young leaders of tomorrow can do the same. And of course, congratulations to all of tonight's honorees for living these important values and inspiring us all to do the same. It's now my pleasure to turn the program back over to the wonderful Joe Pamfield.
Our internship program is a year-round program that last year placed more than 200 interns. And with support from the Career and Alumni Services Program, a majority of those interns, now alumni, are being hired and climbing the career ladder.
T. Howard program not only allowed me to get my foot in the door at a major network, but it also gave me the chance to live out my lifelong dream of working in the TV industry.
I've completed 2 internships with the T. Howard Foundation while studying broadcast journalism at Howard University in DC.
My first job out of college was at CBS, and it was only presented to me because I had interned that was already in the building.
They are rising within the ranks of their companies and are shining examples of what can happen when opportunity meets preparation. T. Howard alumni are not only appearing in front of the camera, reporting news and co-hosting talk shows, they are also behind the scenes working in production, marketing, and distribution. Quite a few have been nominated and received Emmy Awards for their work.
Our alumni also pay it forward by serving as mentors and participating on panels at orientations. Kudos to our alumni and T. Howard volunteers. Your contribution is priceless. Next, I would like to introduce you to the chairman of the board of directors of the T. Howard Foundation, Andy Topping, Senior Vice President, Human Resources for Comcast Communications.
On behalf of the board of directors, I would like to thank each and every one of you for your continued support of the foundation. As we struggle to adjust to the new normal, and as our industry continues to consolidate, your support of this amazing organization becomes increasingly more important each and every year. By supporting this evening's event, you demonstrate that you share our commitment to diversity and inclusion in our industry. Thank you. One of the many ways you are partnering with the foundation is through the Diversity Partner Initiative, which has been an invaluable resource for so many of the organizations that are attending this evening as they turn to us to help make their corporate environments more diverse and more reflective of our industry and the communities in which they operate. I also want to thank the T. Howard Board of Directors who take time out of their very busy schedules to advise and guide the foundation leadership as we collectively work to enhance diversity and inclusion in the entertainment industry. And last, but certainly not least, I would like to thank our special guests, and what a list that is, who have shared their experiences while adding a little entertainment and some laughter. I'm sure we all appreciated that. Thank you, John Leguizamo, Trevor Noah, Tracee Ellis Ross, and Grant Hill. Now I am delighted to introduce you to the Foundation's 2020 Rising Star, Chaz Delgado. He is representing the class of 2015, and he is now part of the E-Entertainment team. The Rising Stars exemplify the positive impact of the Foundation's programs and services in partnership with the industry. To hear how the Foundation makes a difference, please give a warm welcome to Chaz Delgado.
Good evening. Considering the challenging, different, yet transformative times we're in, I am very grateful to be virtually sharing this space with you all this evening. It's an honor to be representing the T. Howard Foundation as their 2020 Rising Star, and I am very humbled to be a part of such an impactful network. Like many of you, I've always had a passion for the media industry. It was a vast world that I wanted to inhabit, but I wasn't exactly sure where I would fit or how I would get there. So, in 2015, I applied for the T. Howard Foundation internship program, and this springboard launched me into a world of opportunity. Stepping into this new environment alongside other emerging media professionals and being led by a team that was fully devoted to our development, I was in awe. I began my journey at Viacom, interning at BET Networks, where I spent 2 summers learning everything there is to know about successfully delivering impactful campaigns. I continued navigating my varying interests with my acceptance into NBC Universal's PAGE program, where I had the privilege of rotating through different sectors and gaining invaluable insight from a roster of media professionals across the field. After graduating from the Page program, I made a brief stop at Stars working in publicity before returning to 30 Rock in my current role as an associate talent booker for E! Entertainment. What you'll find as you embark on your career path is that it's filled with different people, experiences, and checkpoints along the way. But fortunately, the one constant that aided me and will be there for you too is the T. Howard Foundation. Whether the leadership board or the many alumni that I've met throughout the years, this foundation has always been there with guidance and unwavering support. To the rising class of 2020, you are now a part of an expansive network that wants nothing more to see you succeed and reach your wildest dreams. Remember, you have been hand-selected because of your impressive determination, unrelenting work ethic, and infectious talent. Carry these with you through the highest of highs and your lowest of lows, and it will remind you to always keep going. On behalf of my fellow alumni, a tremendous thank you to the T. Howard Foundation and our amazing media partners. You have filled us with invaluable experiences and given us the necessary tools to continue the Foundation's mission of uplifting our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Chaz. We are all very proud of you and the accomplishments you've made thus far in your career. And now I'd like to turn it back over to Joe, who will introduce you to another one of the Foundation's brightest stars. Joe?
Tonight, the T. Howard Foundation introduces a new distinction for alumni who have entered the corporate arena and are making their voice heard. The Career Influencer recognizes the success and career advancements of alumni. Career influencers demonstrate exceptional leadership abilities and a commitment to excellence in the industry. In short, career influencers are role models for the Foundation's interns. She is a member of the STARS family and their Director of Consumer Insights and Analytics. She is a true visionary and a communication strategist with a passion for storytelling and relationship building. Please welcome the Foundation's first career influencer and member of the intern class of 2008, Dominique Batiste.
Good evening. I'm truly honored to stand before you as the first T. Howard career influencer. I want to thank the T. Howard Foundation for their tremendous effort to continue pushing the needle on diversity in media by offering aspiring leaders opportunities they may not otherwise have. I was not always the career influencer that I am today. I faced many challenges on my way here, but each of those challenges provided me the necessary strength to build the person that stands before you. A thorough professional who knows exactly what she wants, someone who sets her eye on a goal and does not lose sight of it. That's who I am today. My professional development would not have been possible without the support of my network, and that began with the T. Howard Foundation. In 2008, I secured my first summer internship through T. Howard as a research intern at AMC Networks. I was a sophomore in college. I was nervous, never had an internship before. I didn't know exactly what media research was, but I saw a chance to be exposed to a world I may not have otherwise known. So I decided to make the most of my opportunity. I learned as much as I could, I contributed as much as my manager allowed, and networked with anyone who was open to meeting with me. Thankfully, I wasn't alone with navigating this plan. I had the support of my fellow T. Howard interns and the T. Howard team, all who were instrumental in my success. That summer, my internship with AMC Networks turned into a second internship in the fall, another summer internship, and then a full-time position on the ad sales research team after graduation. My involvement with the T. Howard Foundation has taught me the value of a strong network. I have developed meaningful relationships with those who were part of my T. Howard class, senior industry colleagues, and current T. Howard interns, some of who I now serve as a mentor to through the program. I have the deepest respect for my network. Their successes motivate me to continue breaking barriers and making my mark on each stage of my career. A few pieces of advice I like to share with the next generation of media influencers. As you embark on your professional journey, in order to be an influencer, you have to be receptive to influences of your professional community, and you have to network. Absorb the informational gems from those around you. Be open to connecting with someone at an event that you don't think offer much to your current situation. Networking isn't merely about connecting with people that you deem to be ahead or above you in life. Adopt a mindset of compass networking. Network with people above, below, to your left and right, because your next lifelong friend, colleague, business partner, or even boss could come from any direction. Thank you.
And now we present the Executive Leadership Award. It gives me tremendous pleasure to introduce you to one of the industry's most dynamic and in-demand personalities. Host of Comedy Central's The Daily Show, please welcome Trevor Noah.
Hi everybody, it's me, Trevor Noah, coming to you from my studio and my apartment and my life. It's great to be here with you, and I wanted to say thank you so much to the T. Howard Foundation for inviting me to take part in this event. Look, if you're listening to me right now, you know that we need to do better. A whole lot better when it comes to confronting racism in America. The tragedies we've suffered this year simply would not have occurred if perceptions of black people and blackness were different. The unrest that's happening in our society is opening this country's eyes to the fact and the reality that black people face every day. And corporate America plays an important role in this movement, not through tweets or empty statements or putting social justice captions on all of our thirst traps, but through meaningful action. The best thing corporations can do is to change inwardly, to open the doors of opportunity and advancement for those underrepresented at every level of the corporate ladder, from the mailroom to the boardroom to all those conference rooms that we mostly use for birthday cupcakes. We know this need for change is especially true for the entertainment industry, an industry that you could argue has the best chance to change people's attitudes on issues of race and equality. But it starts with us. What actions are we prepared to take? That is why supporting the mission of T. Howard is so critical. That's why we need to continue to partner with organizations that not only share our commitment to change, but actually help us move beyond words and into action. It's going to take leaders of all kinds to push us forward, the kind of people who we're honoring tonight. To back me up on this, let me introduce Bob Bakish, President and CEO of Viacom CBS and boss of bosses. Also, if you can tell him how much you love my show, that would be great. I have my quarterly review coming up next week. Take it away, Bob.
Thanks, Trevor. Before I dive in, I just want to say what an incredible job you and the Daily Show team have done. The creativity, the insight, and the comedy you bring, it's just awesome to watch and so needed in times like these. I feel like I should start wearing hoodies to work every day because clearly they're making a difference for you. And congrats on the Emmy nominations, and please keep it up. So tonight, it's my honor to say a few words about Dee Dee Lieh. You know, when I think about what Trevor Noah does so well, how he's able to connect with his audience on really complex and tough issues, it reminds me of Dee Dee and what makes her so successful. Simply put, Dee Dee is our voice for Viacom CBS. She's the chief advocate for our business and serves as our interface with governments all over the world. Her role is multifaceted, to say the least. You have to be a talented communicator, a savvy and strategic operator, a charismatic leader. Dee Dee is all of these things and more. And I've seen it in action countless times. Times when Dee Dee's voice makes the difference in moving Viacom CBS forward. In Washington, in New York, in LA, in London, in Madrid, in Buenos Aires, and beyond. Dee Dee makes it happen. And now, thanks to T. Howard, we're here to celebrate my incredible teammate and friend, a champion for a strong culture of inclusion both at Viacom CBS and across our industry. I've witnessed firsthand the impact of Dee Dee's work and the guidance she brings as a member of our Global Inclusion Advisory Committee to help direct our D&I goals and strategy. I've also seen Dee Dee's contributions go well outside our organization to create greater opportunities for Black professionals through her leadership on the boards of both the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation and the National Association of Broadcasters. And at the same time, Dee Dee continues to support diverse audiences and communities, partnering with our brands on critical issues like youth voter registration, and using entertainment to amplify conversations around racial justice and equality, to bridge political divides and find real solutions. Of course, all of this work is just one part of her outstanding career. We think it's best that you hear from others too, and from Dee Dee herself. So let's roll the tape.
My name is Dee Dee Lieh. I'm Executive Vice President of Global Public Policy and Government Relations for Viacom-CBS.
Dee Dee is a force, truly. She is an amazing combination to me of toughness and grit and determination, but she absolutely leads with humanity, and she cares about her company, about our people, and we are very, very lucky to have her on the front lines.
From the early days of my start at Nickelodeon, you were such a great partner. To have you as a partner on the global stage, whether championing diversity and inclusion, you are best in class.
The future is now, and we've already started at Viacom-CBS. I am convinced that the media and entertainment industry needs to lead the business community on this issue. I want Viacom-CBS to be that leader, and I want us to win.
Congratulations, Dee Dee, and thank you to the T. Howard Foundation for your continued partnership and for your work. It is essential now more than ever. With that, it's my pleasure to welcome our 2020 Executive Leadership Award recipient, Dee Dee Lieh.
Thank you, Bob and Trevor, for being a part of this special evening. I'm so glad that through the power of technology, we are still able to gather tonight to celebrate T. Howard's important and necessary work. As a former two-time T. Howard board member, this recognition means a great deal to me. I'd like to thank the Foundation's board and especially Joe Pamfield. Joe, you have worked tirelessly to bring T. Howard to the place we always wanted it to be, and I'm so grateful for your leadership. I'm also humbled to be in the company of my fellow honorees who, through their incredible commitment, have advanced T. Howard's mission to promote greater diversity in media and entertainment. And lastly, I'm proud to represent a company that empowers me to promote the same ideals in my work. From where I sit as the head of Global Public Policy and Government Relations for Viacom-CBS, I'm blessed for the unique opportunities to champion diversity through advocacy, opportunities that turned into some amazing moments. I think back to a screening of the Paramount movie Selma that I hosted with the late Congressman John Lewis on Capitol Hill, and how everyone in the audience was transfixed when John spoke about his experience making what he called good trouble, or serving on the board of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation and working with CBC members, and most recently working with BET and my Howard University classmate Kamala Harris on a criminal justice town hall, an incredibly impactful night of television. In these moments, I've witnessed the power of entertainment to shine a light on issues that demand our attention. But not only that, here I've seen the power of diverse representation to change our industry and, yes, our politics for the better. I've been working in Washington for almost 30 years, and increasing diversity in all aspects of the media industry has been at the forefront with policymakers for just as long. And while we have made important progress, we aren't there yet. As an industry, we can lead here, as we have on so many other critical issues. We have a rare opportunity to do so now, at a time when more and more of the country is willing to take action. And through our platforms, we have a direct line to our audiences and communities. But it requires us to really listen to what they have to say. And not just that, we need to engage and inform as well. As Trevor said earlier, It will require our organizations and our people to push for real and lasting change from the inside out. As part of that effort, as we advance in our own careers, we must reach back out to those who are just starting in theirs. That is why I'm so proud that Viacom-CBS is part of T. Howard's internship program to bring young and diverse voices into our industry, and to build a key pipeline of future leaders who will enrich the content we make for consumers around the world. Thank you again for this honor and for joining me in supporting this incredible organization.
Congratulations, Dee Dee, and congratulations to all of the honorees tonight. And thank you again to the T. Howard Foundation for the work you do every day to create real opportunity for young women and men of color. We need your voice in this fight more than ever. Back to you, Joe.
Our final award this evening, the T. Howard Foundation's 2020 Executive Champion Award, goes to a true champion indeed. This award is so richly deserved as he is someone who personally helped the foundation develop a strategy to increase the visibility and awareness of the foundation across the industry. Here to begin the honors is a very special guest. Please welcome a stellar talent and chameleon, actor, comic, producer, playwright, and screenwriter, John Leguizamo.
Hey, what's poppin', everybody? My name's John Leguizamo, and I'm thrilled to participate in tonight's event for such a worthy cause. There couldn't be a more perfect time to celebrate accomplishments and efforts towards achieving a more diverse and inclusive media, entertainment industry, and world at large. And what the T. Howard Foundation does to help provide internships and career development opportunities for young aspiring students with diverse backgrounds is commendable and heroic in my opinion. And when people generously give their time and dedication to promote diversity through meaningful actions and not just words, is truly worthy of the recognition we have bestowed upon them this evening. This year's recipient of the Executive Champion Award, Mr. Jonathan Hargis, the Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer from Charter Communications, exemplifies his commitment, as you will hear about more shortly. You know, I faced many challenges as an aspiring young Latin man in Hollywooden't. Yeah, because breaking into the biz was tough back then. Even though I had studied with like the greatest acting teachers in America, Lee Strasberg, Herbert Berghoff, Win Handman, and I graduated top of my class at NYU with Andy McCarthy and D.B. Sweeney, who became well-renowned stars immediately after college, while I became, I won some student film awards. Then I started playing villains in Miami Vice and punk extras in Steven Seagal B movies. But you know what? It was Win Handman, my mentor, who helped me work on and produce my one-man show to break out from this demonization and villainization of Latin people in the media. He helped put together my first solo show, Mambo Mouth, and then all of a sudden in the theater was Sam Shepard, Arthur Miller, Al Pacino in my theater watching me. And it was 1990. I was only 15 years old then. Nah, I'm as old as. But if in trying to break into the business, I would have had a helping hand from a resource like T. Howard to open doors for me and create a level playing field, shoot, I'd be the Latino Ethan Hawke right now, the Hispanic Mark Ruffalo, the male Latin Jennifer Lewis. Anyway, I can't stress enough the importance of organizations like the T. Howard Foundation and the support from all the wonderful companies participating in this evening. It's a must in today's world because every positive step that we take together to make this progress is something that we should all be aspiring to and very proud of. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce our next dinner chair, Tom Montemagno, the Executive Vice President of Programming Acquisition for Charter Communications. Tom has enjoyed a successful 30-plus year career in the cable television industry in various capacities of negotiating distribution agreements for carriage of programming. And Tom has spent 27 years with Cablevision up to the sale of the company in 2016 and then joined Charter, where he served in his current role for the past 4 years. In addition to his role, Tom represents Charter on the board of directors of In Demand, where he serves as chairman, as well as 605 TV, a media and data analytics company. And most recently, the T. Howard Foundation. Tom will now say a few remarks and introduce tonight's esteemed recipient of the T. Howard Executive Champion Award. Take it away.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for joining and for supporting the event. Tonight, I have the great privilege of presenting the Executive Champion Award to my longtime friend and colleague, John Hargis, who is Charter's Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer. I have had the great honor of working alongside John for many years, previously at Cablevision and now at Charter. Most recently, John has graciously decided to pass the torch to me to take over his board of directors position at the T. Howard Foundation, which makes this evening even that much more special for me. Before I bestow the much-deserved accolades upon John and explain why he is so deserving of this award, I thought I'd share a few fun facts about John so those of you who don't know him very well can get a little more acquainted. For those of you who do know John, you know very well that he does not enjoy any grand fanfare and being in the spotlight. So when Joe Pamphile and Judy Lopez approached me and told me that we wanted to honor John at this year's T. Howard's Awards event, the first thing I blurted out was, "Oh, blank, he's going to hate that idea, and you're asking me to stick my head into the lion's mouth on this one." Ultimately, I got him to reluctantly say yes, but I've been on pins and needles ever since, wondering if he'd actually show up. The switch to a virtual event and filming this piece from our headquarters really helped me to trap him in. For those of you less familiar with John, I'll paint a quick picture for you. John is a no-nonsense leader and a man of few words whose actions speak louder than words. He is direct, to the point, brutally honest, and I bet you'll see some of that tonight when he comes on camera to say a few words, and I stress a few words. John is also a very competitive guy by nature and always wants to win, whether it be in golf or tennis, which he enjoys in his spare time, or rooting for his Ohio State Buckeyes, but most especially in business, where he works tirelessly to achieve sales and revenue goals and is driven to not only beat, but to annihilate the competition. John is arguably the most accomplished and successful sales and marketing executive on the distributor side across our entire industry over the past 15 years. Once again, his actions speak louder than words. Now that you know just a little more about John, it's time for the accolades. As I mentioned, I've known John for a long time, and I have always known him to be a great champion for diversity and inclusion. He is sincere, genuine, and practices what he preaches. He wholeheartedly believes in the power of diversity and that it's not only right and just, but it is good for business. Everywhere I've worked with John, he has built first-class teams comprised of broad and diverse individuals, and I have seen him take chances on people and give them extraordinary opportunities to build successful careers. You will hear from a few of them in the video to follow. Our sales results speak for itself, and this is possible because of John's leadership and his insistence that our employee base resemble our customer base and that we tap into the many different insights and perspectives from a diverse employee team. Internally at Charter, John is a member of our Executive Steering Committee for Diversity and Inclusion, and he also leads our Multicultural Business Resources Group. Externally, John has chaired the CTAM Marketing Association, where he has been a proponent for multicultural marketing initiatives industry-wide, and up until recently, he was a coveted board member of the T. Howard Foundation, where his contributions and impact were extraordinary, and which Joe will expand upon in a moment. Again, his actions speak louder than words. Although John is a bit of a serious executive, he has a big heart, he likes to have fun and kid around, and he has been a mentor and advocate to so many over the years, myself included. A true champion for the cause. I can't think of a more deserving executive for this year's Executive Champion Award than John Hargis. With that, let's play a short video to learn a little bit more about John's impact on diversity and inclusion efforts at Charter.
Leading the sales and marketing team effort for such a cutting-edge and growth-minded company, it requires a set of folks for different backgrounds and ethnicities that have the right skill set and passion to drive richer discussions, robust debates, and ultimately drive the company forward. John gets it. He understands that diversity is inviting everyone to the discussion, and inclusion is asking for everyone's opinion. One good example that I have is in the last 2 years, we've been able to open 3 call centers in Texas, Harlingen, El Paso, and San Antonio. Not only we serve in these communities, we also employ from these communities. And I'm really proud to work with John. I think that his leadership is something we all should emulate.
In addition to being able to rely on John for advice and guidance about ways in which I can be more effective in terms of supporting our diversity and inclusion strategy, I've also had the pleasure of working with him given his service as a member of the board of the T. Howard Foundation. And John has always been incredibly committed to the organization, has really worked tirelessly to support Joe and other members of the T. Howard team in terms of advancing the organization's mission and objectives.
John, congratulations. Your brilliant leadership and commitment to multicultural marketing has been the catalyst for our growth. You have enabled us to build the right team, strategic framework, and most importantly, ensure that diverse perspectives are part of the fabric of our company. Your profound legacy at the T. Howard Foundation will help today's multicultural interns have a seat at the table as leaders of tomorrow.
I've known John Hargis now for 18 years. We've worked together in 2 different companies. And John's always been a big believer in multicultural marketing, and he believes in diversity as a social good, but he thinks it's good business too, and I agree with him. And John's head of the Business Resource Group for Multiculturalism here at Charter, and an all-round great executive who's led this company both from a diversity perspective, but actually as a great marketer as well. So congratulations, John.
Once again, congratulations to my friend John Hargis on this well-deserved recognition. I would now like to invite Joe back to make some additional remarks and to present the award to John.
Thank you, Tom, for your time and effort this year in helping to make this tribute to John a true recognition of his contribution to the foundation and this incredible industry. But now it's my turn to share my experience getting to know John. At one of our board meetings, I mentioned that we needed someone on the board with expertise in marketing. John Hargis was the name that came up immediately. So the process began, and John was nominated and elected to the board of directors in September of 2016. I met him at his first board meeting, and before I could walk over and welcome him, he came over to me and told me that I needed to know that if he thought something wasn't being handled properly, he wouldn't hesitate to tell me. And I responded that I wouldn't hesitate to thank him. And as for our marketing needs, John assigned a member of his marketing team to develop and conduct a survey of key industry companies to assess the level of knowledge and awareness of our programs and services. During his tenure on the board, John was always accessible to answer questions or offer a suggestion. But most of all, John genuinely embraced the mission of diversity and inclusion and valued the work of the foundation. On behalf of the T. Howard Foundation Board of Directors and our growing roster of over 1,000 alumni, thank you, John, for your outstanding leadership as a champion for diversity and inclusion in the media and entertainment industry. Please welcome the T. Howard 2020 Executive Champion, Jonathan Hargis.
Good evening. First off, I want to say how sorry I am we can't all be together for this great event. The T. Howard Gala celebrating diversity and inclusion is truly one of the best events of the entire year. I'm very hopeful next year we can safely all get together and enjoy the event the way we do every other year. So when Joe and Tom came to me and talked to me about this great recognition, my first reaction was I really wasn't worthy of this award. But those of you who know Joe and Tom well also know how persuasive they can be. And they gave me examples of what I've done with and for the T. Howard organization and how I've acted in my own career, in my organization, and my work at multiple companies. I'm not sure they ended up convincing me that I'm totally worthy, but here I am. I do want to take this opportunity, however, to talk about how I look at diversity and inclusion. And I really segment it into two different categories. The first category is pretty easy. It's the right thing to do. I think any intelligent, clear-minded person would agree. It should make no difference if you're a man, a woman, your age, your color of your skin, your sexual orientation. What does that matter about if you're hired and the type of career you have at your company? I think we all agree it's the right thing to do to lean into diversity and inclusion. But I also want to talk about the second area. By doing this, you and your company will be more successful and have more profits, more money, more customers, and all those things. Let me give you two examples. In the video you saw, Marisol Martinez. Marisol runs our multicultural marketing group here at Charter. She's built a good team, and sure, I'm biased, but I think we do a pretty good job in our multicultural marketing. And we test everything. We'll test as a red stamp versus a blue stamp, get any different response rates. We test everything. But the test on multicultural marketing is pretty darn easy because it's so conclusive. Our customers react to our marketing in a much better way. We gain more customers, we gain more revenue, and we gain more profits. So is marketing in a multicultural way the right thing to do? Sure it is, but it's also the profitable way for our company to do it. The second example I want to give is having your workforce represent the community that you live in. Christian Ruiz, who was also in the video, has a really big job for us. He runs all our sales and retention centers throughout the country. Thousands of people, lots of centers. And Christian, like I do, believes those centers at all levels should represent the communities where the call center is. And we do our best. It's an endless job. You're never done with it, but we spend a lot of time and energy trying to make sure that it does represent the community. Now, is that the right thing to do? Sure it is. But is it the profitable thing to do? It is as well. Think of a young woman that may come in, all excited, first day on the job, excited, looks around, sees all the supervisors, the manager, the leaders all throughout. If she sees a bunch of men, she immediately turns this day into, this is a job, not a career. But if it's a career, the person's going to perform different. They're going to perform better. They're going to put more into their job, and they're going to be more successful, which makes the company more successful. Same thing goes if a person of color shows up and sees the entire management team as a bunch of white people. That person says, I now have a job. It's not a career. But if a person looks around and sees people of all colors, shapes, sizes, men, women, they're going to sit there and say, I have a chance to run this place someday. They're going to put more and more into it. In Christian's world, we make more sales, we retain more customers, we make more money. So again, is having the makeup the right thing to do? Sure it is, but it's also the profitable thing to do for you and your businesses. Lastly, I want to talk about the T. Howard organization. The T. Howard organization, I would put it in the same frame, is supporting it, which all of you do, all you great sponsors, board members, people that believe in T. Howard. Is it the right thing to do? It is, but it's also the profitable thing. Because the T. Howard organization supplies us a very valuable asset. Young, hungry, smart, diverse candidates to work into our organizations. These people are going to be our leaders of tomorrow. And the T. Howard organization delivers for all of us. So I want to end by saying thank you. Not sure I totally deserve this award, but it means a lot to me, and I hope you all have a good evening. Good night.
Wow, that was really great. And once again, congratulations to Jonathan Hargis And to all the other honorees this evening, it's been my pleasure to participate in such a wonderful event and to help put a spotlight on the important topic of making more progress in the area of diversity and inclusion. So thank you to all the sponsoring companies and attendees as well. And please remember to count your blessings and pay it forward yourselves by making diversity and inclusion a top priority in your businesses as well. So thank you and good night. One love.
Thank you for watching our show. Congratulations to all of our honorees. Thank you to all of our special guests, including our corporate partners and board of directors. And last but not least, I want to thank the team at T. Howard and all of the alumni and interns who make this work. Good night.